You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Throughout the history of Dragon Ball, we've often witnessed brand new characters having to emerge in bringing us along for their journey as they continuously evolved in bringing us their side of their story. And with all of the familiar characters we've grown to love and enjoy over the years, what if I told you that there was a new Saiyan introduced in Universe 7 who is also allied by a fellow Namekian in bringing us along for the ride? As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, along with giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys love Dragon Ball and anime, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where on that playlist you guys will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head on down below, check out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist for all the best and latest videos on Dragon Ball fan mangas. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of Mato manga chapter number 1 special, as the narration goes on to inform us by letting us know planet immigrant from space immigrants gathered from a small star, the story it starts. And on this planet, we then quickly observe how there is an individual that seems to be squaring off against the dinosaur, and this really ends up giving me old school Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z vibes when Goku was going around fighting dinosaurs and doing his own thing with his best friend Krillin. And as this individual is then observed having to be shown ready to square off against the dinosaur only then attempts to try his best in chomping down on this person. But this individual is no pushover because he quickly evades the dinosaur as he only then begins to charge right in. He then goes on to tell the dinosaur, "Gotcha, big guy," right before proceeding to kick the dinosaur square in the head, which renders the dinosaur obsolete by the end because we get to see how this individual begins to drag the dinosaur by the tail as he then went along to comment, "Man, what a big catch." So this person seems to be looking out for food and gathering as much as he could because it's fairly obvious that this person isn't rich and he's going to have to do everything in his own ability to make sure that he and the people around him actually survive. As we later then go back to a village, we get to see how there is a woman that seemingly enough is hanging clothes as she goes on to comment, "Ugh, these things always seem to get caught," as out of nowhere the individual lands back down with the dinosaur intact as he then went along to comment, "Hey mom, I'm back. Today's catch was a big one. Look at the size of this," as his mother goes on to comment, "Mato, you went hunting alone? You could have gotten yourself hurt. And you went instead of studying like you should have?" As Mato then went along to comment, "Oh come on mom, you have an old mindset. I'll be okay. No need to worry, especially when you can have this to eat. We have lots of food now." So what Mato did was basically do what any other person would do for their parents or for their family, and that's go off and gather food just for the sake of making sure that the people closest to them actually have something to eat. As Mato only then takes off by having to turn towards his mother and telling her, "Anywho, I'm going to see Bass. I'll be back shortly, but in the meantime, could you cook up one of your gorgeous dinners with this guy here? I hope it's not too much," as his mother goes on to comment, "I've had it with him." And as Mato is seen running off, we also get to observe how there is something very interesting tied to Mato's left arm as his mother goes on to then comment, "Wait, well, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree then, huh?" As she really doesn't want her son to go out there and possibly get himself killed, but only then we get to observe how there is a Namekian house being shown in the middle of the forest, with a Namekian elder seemingly enough healing a little child, as he only then went along to tell him, "There you go. You're healed now. You can go off and play again, just be careful." As the children go on to comment, "Thank you so much, Harp-sama." And with Mato then having to be shown finally arriving, he only then went along to shout, "Base! Base, it's me! As Base went along to comment Mato. And with Mato coming in, he quickly went along to bow and greeting the Namekians by telling them, "Greetings and good morning, Mr. Harp-sama. I hope all is well with you," as Harp went along to respond, "And good morning to you as well." Because Harp also seems to be a very respected person within that specific community, but Mato did come here for a very specific reason, as he only then went along to comment, "Base, let's go and train. It's been a while, come on, let's head out and spar." As he only tries to then push Base outside of the door, Base went along to tell Mato, "Training? But aren't you gonna get tired of doing it every single day? It's too much." As Mato responds, "Hell no, I'm only asking you because I can always count on you to be my partner." And as Mato is shown pushing Base out the door, Harp went along to comment, "Don't overdo it, you two. Be careful and be safe, okay?" As Mato went along to respond, "We will, don't worry, Mr. Harp-sama. We'll be great, thank you once again." As Mato really looks forward to his training with Base, as they end up going out into the middle of nowhere, it is only there to where we get to see massive explosions and massive objects begin to break in the middle of their battle, because the battle between Mato and Base begins to intensify so much so that as they begin to go back and forth and then eventually separate, Mato then went along to ask Base, "Is that all you got, Base?" As Base went along to reply, "I'm just getting started, Mato." As he only then begins to extend his hand similar to what Piccolo used to do to Goku, Base went along to then tell Mato, "Think fast or you'll regret it," which is something that Namekians do actually end up using when of course they're backed in a situation to where they have no escape, and Base figured that by doing this he could actually catch Mato off guard, and with Mato bracing for himself, he then went along to comment, "Damn it, not this again," as Base replied, "There we go." But instead of reaching directly for Mato himself, what he ends up doing is extending his hand outwards and grabbing onto Mato's tail, as he only then went along to tell him, "Gotcha! There goes your tail, Mato." As we get to see how Base squeezes onto Mato's tail, Mato then went along to respond, "That was cheap, Base, because we know that one of the main weaknesses for a Saiyan that happens to have a tail is in fact their tail." And Base knows this because he's really trying to catch Mato off his game, but even then with Base having to hang off of Mato's tail, Mato then went along to comment, "However, that won't stop me." As he then quickly takes initiative, Base went along to comment, "Wait, what? But how?" As Mato quickly turns the tables by kicking Base directly in the face, he only then went along to tell him, "You're the one who's going to have to think fast." And as he ends up kicking Base over out in the distance, with Base having to be shown crashing through a literal hill, Mato went along to respond, "Oh man, I think I overdid it a bit," because it ultimately feels as if Mato doesn't really have a full grasp of what his true powers are capable of. And with Mato and Base having to later on observe the entire landscape before them, Mato only then goes on to comment, "I will say, going after and grabbing my tail was a surprising move for you to make. I gotta say, you almost had me there for a minute, Base." As Base went along to comment, "Ouch! That one really hurt, Mato, jeez." So by going and grabbing your tail is useless now then, right? It doesn't bother you at all if it does? As Mato went along to respond, "Well, yeah, and it's all thanks to you. You helped me get used to it. You've helped me through our training get better and stronger each time. Thank you for that." As out of nowhere, Mato and Base are then caught off guard by objects having to be seen hurtling through the sky, as Mato went along to comment, "Hey, look! What the heck is that? There's 3 of them. They don't look like meteors, they look different." As Base went along to respond, "Hey, you're right. They're moving together at the same time too." Because little do they know that these objects are not meteors, as they end up hitting the ground far away from them. Base went along to then ask, "What now? What in the world were those things? Should we check it out?" As Base went along to reply, "Maybe meteors, but it can't be. I sense a very high battle power, Base. I don't think those things were simple space rocks. This could be trouble." As Base went along to then tell Mato, "Do you think it's a coincidence that there are 3 of them? What do you think this means?" As Base continues, "What do you think it was? If there's a power coming from it, then shouldn't that mean that there are possible people in those pods? I have a strange but very bad feeling about this." As Mato went along to respond, "I'm not sure, but I do know that those things crashed over there. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. Hurry, Base, let's go! As Base went along to tell Mato, wait, no, Mato! As over back with the space pod, we get to observe how the space pod door is beginning to open as an individual goes on to comment, it's time, as only then the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, what's interesting about this fan manga is that number one, this was created by the creator of the original Merno manga, and number two, I love the overall fact that we're getting classic Dragon Ball Z-esque vibes with Goku and Piccolo and the original Z fighters prior to the events happening with Frieza, prior to the events happening with Perfect Cell and Majin Buu, and this harpens back, I think, to the time when Raditz, Vegeta, and Nappa first came to Earth, and those are the type of vibes that I'm getting from this fan manga, as again, we are going to have the next manga chapter translated on the channel in just about 2 to 3 days, so if of course you guys are new to the channel and do want to keep up to date with all the latest involving these fan mangas, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload on the channel, as we are also going to have a massive like goal for this video. If we can smash out 4,000 likes on this video, then I will try my very best to get the next chapter out as soon as I possibly can, given the fact that some of my translators are taking their time in fully being able to translate all of these manga chapters. I do appreciate you guys for taking the time to sit back and watch these, because these are the perspectives of two very brand new but yet interesting characters that we have no idea who they are or what they're about, and considering the fact that one of them is a Saiyan and the other one is a Namekian, I think only fuels the story that much more to see the overall dynamic of a Saiyan and a Namekian working together to battle against a potential common enemy. I can't wait to see that, especially when looking at the overall dynamic that Mato and Base have in terms of a friendship, because it personally reminds me of the classic Goku and Krillin relationship. But by the end, I want to get your thoughts down below as to how strong you guys believe Mato and Base are, and with these 3 Saiyan space pods having to land on Earth, what do you think this means for our heroes now that they're going to be going off and investigating the situation? Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, I hope you guys enjoyed. Tune back in for the next video. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all other social media platforms will be located down below, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck, someone? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Frieza.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarota!